What's up guys, it's me Eric B, and in this video we're going to be swapping out the chain on this bike. And I know it's not really a necessary mod right now for this bike, if you will. I'm just waiting for people to hit me up in the comments and be like, oh, why are you changing the chain on your bike? It's not necessary. Well, it's my money and here we are. So I am pretty much changing this chain out solely for looks, because I say that because this chain is already a 520, and typically you would change this out if you have like a 525 or a 530 and go with a 520 conversion, you know, just to save a little bit of weight, you know, rotational mass, stuff like that. Or if you are changing the gearing out, or if you want to go with an aluminum sprocket and save a little bit of weight if you're doing track stuff and things like that. So this bike only has 300 miles on it. So typically, you know, most of you know, you would only change this out with the sprockets, so that way they all wear together. But since this only has 300 miles and there really isn't any wear on this chain yet, I think we'll be fine changing it out. I did the same thing on my MV Agusta F3 when I had it. And also there is no sprockets that I could find right now that are out for this bike, because I would swap this out to a black one. But we're just gonna stay with the stock one. And the other reason is, since I said this is purely for looks, I cannot stand stainless, you know, chains, the silver looking chain, if I can focus here. But yeah, I just don't like that look at all. I either go with like a gold chain or like a black one, or a black and gold or something like that. So that is the whole purpose, you know, that I'm changing it out. And I don't want to insult anyone's intelligence or anything on doing this. And there's tons of videos already out on this platform talking about changing the chain out. But for most of you that have a bike or have ridden for a while, you've probably changed a chain out at some point. But this is mostly for newer riders, or just someone that's looking to change the chain and they haven't done it before. So I'm not going to go through like the entire process, if you will, of changing out a chain. Since I am not taking anything apart, I'm going to also show you how I'm going to change this out without taking the wheel off, without removing the little the front sprocket cover or any of that stuff. I'm just going to loosen up the axle nut there, the adjusters, because I'm going to have to, you know, make sure the chain is adjusted properly and go from there. But yeah, so what I'm going to be doing is changing out to a EK chain here. So you guys can see it. But yeah, this is going to be a black and gold chain. I think that's going to look quite nicely on here. And then I'll show you guys like a before and after as well. And then what you're going to need is your tool chain kit, because you're going to need to break the chain. And then you're also going to need to rivet the new master link on. And then a grinder. So what that's going to do is you're going to grind off a little, man, I can't even get my camera right. You're gonna need to grind off a little portion right here, just so you can get your chain tool on there, and then pop that out, and then break the chain off. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get this bad boy off. So you got your chain tool kit here, and you're gonna need this main piece right here, and you don't need to put anything on the back because you wanna leave it open, because the rivet on the back of the chain here is just gonna go through the back of that. So you want that to be open, and then just pick the right size punch in order to punch through the hole there. All right, so I'm gonna go with the bigger of the three. So this is a 3.8 millimeter punch here. So you're gonna take that, you're gonna put the spring on it, just like so. Throw that in there and put that back inside of it. All right, so you have this little lever you can put on there and use if you want to. I don't think you really have to. And then there's this little lever right here that you would stick through here and use it to turn, but I'm not gonna use that. You can use a wrench or take a socket and put it on there and turn it that way. I think that's the better way to do it. And as you can see, you get the spot as flat as you can, so you can go ahead and punch through it. All right, so as you can see, you want this to be open. You don't need anything on the back. It's gonna go straight through the back side of that. Put it on there like so, and tighten that down right there. And then Go ahead and get your wrench right here to hold that in place. And then take your socket and then go ahead and start punching through it. Yeah, it's not all the way. We gotta do it just a little bit more, but as you can see how it's starting to come out through the back right here. So I just need to do it a little bit more and then it'll be all the way off. All right, and it is off. Just like that. All right, and before we get started, I just wanted to weigh the new chain real quick so you guys have an idea. So this one that we're gonna be throwing on is just over 4 pounds. And once I get the stock one off, I'll weigh that one. All right, now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the master link out of my kit, and then I'm just gonna put it on one end right here, and then hook up the new chain to the other end, and then just route it on through. And then you don't have to take anything off. It makes it that simple. So I'm going ahead and do that now. All right, and as promised, I'm gonna weigh the OEM chain, which already feels just a tad bit lighter. All right, we're sitting at 3 pounds, 11 ounces. Not a huge difference. The other one is just slightly over 4. It was like 4 pounds, 1 ounce or something like that, but that's okay with me. All right, so real quick, I just wanted to make sure I'm putting out the right information for the chain tool if you're using it, just so you don't have to go looking. All right, so you have your chain tool, right? You're getting ready to press the master link on. So you need to make sure you have these two little pieces here. This is the press plate that's gonna go on the back side here. So you put that on there like so. And then this is just the chain press. So that's just gonna go right on here like that. So it just presses up against it. And then you put that in there on the other side, like that. It'll just go in there just like that. So that's how you press the master cylinder, or the master cylinder, I mean the master link together. So there's another plate right here. So one plate on that side, the other part on the other side. You end up pressing those together, and you wanna make sure you don't over press it. You wanna make sure that it matches up evenly with these other links here. Or you can even, if you wanna get real in depth, you can get a micrometer and use that to, you know, see how far in those are, and then you can use it on that. And then once you're done with that, you wanna go ahead and take this off, and you wanna put this little anvil here that's in your kit in there on that side, like so. And you take this out. So then all you'll have is this little one piece right here, because you're gonna do one piece at a time. So you're gonna do, oh man, let me find it there. You're gonna do this one, and then you're gonna do the next one. So then you're gonna take your little rivet tool thing here, and you're gonna put that inside of there, like so. So I'll slide in there, and then you'll put that on. Got my sound effects and everything. So you put that on, and then you'll screw that in, and then put that on the back side, and then that is how you will rivet that. So you'll just go on there like so, and then you'll, just like I did earlier when I was taking it off, you'll rivet that down to the point, you know, you don't want to go too crazy, but you'll know when it starts to get tighter, because those little holes are going to get bigger, they're going to spread, and then it's going to lock everything into place. So all right, okay, I hope that helps. And now I'm going to finish putting my O-rings on. I already did the back side there, so I'm just going to take this grease, put a bunch of grease on there, and you can be generous with it, and then take your O-rings, put them on there, and then you're good to go. All right, and we got her all cleaned up and everything. I think this thing looks pretty good. I don't know, what do you guys think? I am not a fan of the stainless chains, but it is what it is. And I just wanted to do this video for you guys. So if you're interested in putting a new chain on your Panigale V2, now you see how it's done. And there you have it. So you guys got any comments or questions, just leave them down in the comment section below, and I'll see you guys in the next one.